Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing paper 2 for Foundation, IGCSE Edexcel Maths A for May June 2025 series. I've already uploaded the video for paper 1, which you can check on the link above. If you're someone who wants to do the topic-wise revision, I'm also attaching a link for that. In that playlist, you'll find all of the topics that come in IGCSE Edexcel Maths A along with past paper questions. So let's start with this one and see how difficult or easy paper 2 was for Foundation. It says Cho finds this information about the areas in square kilometers of some South American countries. Which of these countries has the largest area? So it's clear that Venezuela has the largest area. Then write the number 163800 in words. So that's going to be 163,800. So 100 and 63,000 and 800. Circle the word that describes the value of the 7 in 406752. So 7 is this. So as you can see, after 7, there are 2 digits, which means it's 7 hundreds. So that's your answer. Then write 173626 correct to the nearest thousand. So 3 is the thousand over here. So when you're trying to round the thousands, we look at the hundreds place. 100 is 6. 6 is 5 and above, which means we will round 3 up. It becomes 174000. Then work out the difference between the area of Chile and the area of Uruguay. So for that, we go to our table, Chile and Uruguay. So we will subtract this from this. You plug this in your calculator, and what you should get is 582474. That's the difference between the two areas. It says here, ask 20 adults to name their favorite African animal. Here are her results. Complete the frequency table to show this information. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elephants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whenever it's the fifth one, you cross it all out and then start again. Lion. So let's use a different color. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then buffalo. 1, 2, 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3, and this. And then rhinoceros. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lastly, zebra, that's 1 and 2. So that's your tally and frequency. Then it says complete the bar chart for the information in your table. So for elephants, it was 6. So we draw a bar with a height of 6, and then we write elephants over here. Then for lions, it was 4. So using the height of 4, we have this bar for lions, and we leave a gap over here in the middle because for the bar chart, there's a gap between the bars. And then for buffaloes, it's 3. For rhino, it's 5. And for your zebra, it was 2. So you just label it like this, and that's your bar chart. Then simplify d plus d plus d plus d. So when we're adding the same variable, we don't change the power, we change the coefficient. So when you add 4 d's, it's going to be 4d. Then it asks us to simplify w times w times w times w and then times w again. So when you're multiplying variables, your coefficient doesn't change. What changes is your power. So we're multiplying 5w. So it's going to be w to the power of 5. Then solve 6x equals to 42. So we will divide 42 by 6, and that is 7. Simplify 7r plus 9y plus 3r minus 4y. In this one, we collect the like terms. 7r and 3r are the like terms, so we write them together. And then 9y minus 4y are the other like terms. So 7r plus 3r is 10r, and 9y minus 4y is plus 5y. So 10r plus 5y is the final answer. Then the diagram shows a number line. Write down the number marked with the arrow. So between 74 and 75, we have 5 divisions. So between 74 and 75, there are 5 divisions, which means this is 74.2, this is 74.4, 74.6, 74.8, and then we have 75. So this would be 75.2. And on the number line below, mark with an arrow the number 265. So this is 260, this is 280. The number between 260 and 280 is going to be 270, which means this is going to be 265. That's between 260 and 270. Then the diagram shows 3 points P, Q, and R marked on a grid. Write on the coordinates of P. So for P, X is -2 and Y is 3. You always write X first and then Y. Then on the grid, mark with a cross the point with coordinates 3, -1, label the point T. 3, -1, this is your point. X is 3, Y is -1. Then find the coordinates of the midpoint of QR. This is QR. So Q has a coordinate of 3, 4, and R is 1, -2. So right in the middle, it's going to be 2, 1. That is the coordinates for the midpoint of QR. Then it says write 19/5 as a mixed number. So when we're rewriting an improper fraction as a mixed number, we will divide the numerator by the denominator. So 5 threes are 15. 19 minus 15 is 4. So it's going to be 3 whole number, 4/5. The remainder becomes the numerator and quotient is the whole number. Then circle the two fractions that are equivalent. We have 19/20, 4/5, 20/24, 28/35, and 5/9. So for equivalent fractions, 4/5 is equal to 28/35 because 4 times 7 and 5 times 7 gives us 28/35. So these two are your answer. Then write 0.3 as a fraction. So when we're converting a decimal into a fraction, we move the decimal 1 place to the right, as in this case, because over here the number is in 1 decimal place. So it becomes 3/10. So whatever the decimal places are, you move it that many places to the right side, and then you add that many zeros in the denominator. 2 cupcakes and 5 donuts cost $4.50. 3 cupcakes cost $2.25. Work out the cost of 1 donut. So 2 cupcakes plus 5 donuts cost $4.50. 3 cupcakes cost 2.25. So cost of 1 cupcake would be 2.25 divided by 3, which equals $0.75. So we need to find the cost of 1 donut. So 2 times 0.75 plus 5d equals to 4.5. 2 times 0.75 is 1.5. So 1.5 plus 5d equals to 4.5. 5d equals to 4.5 minus 1.5, which is 3. So the cost of 1 donut is 3 divided by 5, which equals $0.6. Then it says ABC and EBD are straight lines. Triangle BCD is isosceles with BD equals to BC. Angle ABE is 104. Work out the value of x. So if this is 104, this would also be 104 because they are vertically opposite angles, and vertically opposite angles are always equal. Now, BDC is an isosceles because BD equals to BC. So for x, we will do 180 minus 104 divided by 2 because this is also x. So that's going to give us 38 degrees as angle x. So remember, vertically opposite angles are equal, so this becomes 104. Both the lengths are same, so it's an isosceles. This angle is also x. So 180 is 104 plus x plus x. So 180 equals to 104 plus 2x. Subtract 104 and divide the result by 2. That gives you the answer. Then Roy has 2 liters of orange juice in a jug and some empty cups. He pours orange juice from the jug to completely fill as many cups as possible. He pours 180 milliliters of orange juice into each cup. Work out how much orange juice Roy has left in the jug after he has completely filled as many cups as possible. Give your answer in milliliters. So we have 2 liters of orange juice in a jug and some empty cups. He pours the orange juice from the jug to completely fill as many cups as possible. He pours 180 milliliters. So let's first find how many milliliters are in 2 liters. So 1 liter is 1000 milliliters. So 2 liters are going to be 2000 milliliters. They're saying 180 milliliters of orange juice was poured into each cup. So if we divide 2000 by 180, that would give us the number of cups that were used. 11 whole number 1 over 9. So there were 11 full cups. Work out how much orange juice Roy has left in the jug after he has completely filled as many cups as possible. So complete cups are 11. So 180 milliliters of juice goes in each cup. So juice in 11 cups is going to be 11 times 180, which equals 1980 milliliters. So to find how much is left, we do 2000 minus 1980, which equals to 20 milliliters. That's your answer. And since Lou is asked to work out the value of 30 minus 4x with x equals to -5, here is his working and his answer. 30 minus 4x equals 30 minus 4 times -5. Then it gives 30 minus 20, and that equals to 10. Lou's answer is wrong. Explain what Lou has done wrong in his working. So basically, if we multiply -4 with -5, that gives us positive 20. So it should have been 30 plus 20, and that gives us 50. So he should have written 30 plus 20 instead. Then Ani thinks of a number. She calls the number y. Y is a positive odd number and y is less than equal to 9. Write down all the possible values of y. So y is positive and odd. So that means it can be 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. It says y is less than equal to 9. So 9 is included in the values of y. And then all of the positive odd numbers less than 9 are 1, 3, 5, and 7. Then the children at a holiday club play sport either on Monday or on Tuesday. They each choose one sport from tennis or athletics or cricket. The two-way table shows some information about the choices. We have to complete the two-way table. So if for Monday, there are 29 people for tennis and 58 for cricket, and the total number of people are 110, so we can subtract 2958 from 110 So athletics is going to be 110 minus 58 minus 29, which gives us 23. Then we know that for total, that's 240. So for the total number of people on Tuesday, we can do 240 minus 110, which is 130. So that comes over here. Then for the total for athletics, we can subtract 62 and 105 from 240. So 240 minus 105 minus 62. That gives us 73. If we're noticing, we're adding the rows and the columns depending on what values we have. Now to find the number of people for tennis on Tuesday, we do 62 minus 29, that's 33. For the number of people for athletics on Tuesday, we do 73 minus 23, that's 50. And then for the number of people for cricket on Tuesday, we do 105 minus 58. That gives us 47. So these are your values for the table. Since one of the children who plays cricket is chosen at random, write down the probability that this child plays cricket on Monday. One of the children who plays cricket is chosen at random. So people who play cricket, that's this. We have to write down the probability that this child plays cricket on Monday. So that's 58 out of 105. That's your answer. Then it says make y the subject of w equals to 3y minus d. Right now, w is the subject of the equation. We need to make y the subject. So first we move d to the other side. So w plus d equals to 3y. Then we divide both sides by 3. So w plus d divided by 3 equals to y. Then Diego buys B boxes of crayons and P packets of crayons. There are 12 crayons in each box. There are 3 crayons in each packet. Diego buys a total of T crayons. Write down a formula for T in terms of B and P. So T equals to 12B plus 3P. Because B are the number of boxes. So there are 12 crayons in each box, so 12 times B. And there are 3 crayons in each packet, so 3 times B. That's it. Work out the value of 9.75 minus 1.4 square divided by 9.2 plus root of 6.3. Write down all the figures on your calculator display. So you just plug in this equation in the calculator. That would give you a value of 0.6652445134. That's your answer. Then a company makes cars. The company makes 125 cars each hour for 9 hours a day. The company makes cars for 5 days each week. 24% of the cars the company makes are red. Work out the number of red cars that the company makes each week. So 24% of the cars are red. And the company makes 125 cars each hour for 9 hours a day. And they're working for 5 days each week. So 5 times 9 times 125 will give us the number of cars made each week. So that's going to give us a value of 5,625 cars each week. 24% of the cars are red. So red, that's going to be 24 over 100 times 5,625, which gives us a value of 1,350. So that is the number of red cars made each week. Then a circle has radius 16 centimeters. Calculate the circumference of the circle. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. So circumference is 2 pi r. That's the formula. So 2 pi times 16. And that equals to 100.53. Correct to 3 significant figures would be 101 centimeters. That's the circumference. And the diagram shows the positions of two villages A and B. The bearing of B from A is 73 degrees. Work out the bearing of A from B. So this is the bearing we're trying to find. What you need to know is that both the knots are parallel to each other. And when two lines are parallel, alternate angles are equal, which means this is the same as this. So if we already have 73, which is a part of the bearing, and then this is angle on a straight line, which is 180, so your bearing is going to be 180 plus 73, which equals to 253. That's your answer. Then here's a list of ingredients to make spaghetti carbonara for 4 people. Joe is going to make spaghetti carbonara for 12 people. Work out how much cheese he needs. So this is the recipe for 4 people. So for 3 people, we times everything by 3. So we need the cheese for 12 people. So that's going to be 50 times 3. That's going to be 150 grams. So this is the amount of cheese he needs for 12 people. Then Ruhi makes spaghetti carbonara. She uses 180 grams of butter. Work out how many people Ruhi makes the spaghetti carbonara for. So originally for 4 people, we are using 40 grams of butter. So 4 people is 40 grams. We have 180 grams over here. So what we can do is we can find the quantity used for 1 person. So 1 person would be 40 divided by 4, that's 10 grams. So for 180, that means we're using it for 18 people. So if 1 person uses 10 grams, 180 grams would be used for 18 people. So that's your answer. Then Rio has 6 cards. He writes a number on each card so that the range of the numbers is 10, the median of the numbers is 7.5, and the mode of the numbers is 6. Rio arranges the cards so that the numbers are in order of size. 3 of the numbers are hidden. Complete the cards above to show 3 numbers are hidden. So if the range is 10, we have the maximum value, that's 14. Range is your maximum minus minimum. So if this is 10, this is 14, and this is what we're trying to find. So that's going to be 14 minus 10, which is 4. Now they're saying mode is 6. So obviously mode will be over here because mode is the number that occurs most frequently. And 7.5 was our median. So we need to find the number over here. So 6 plus something divided by 2 gives us 7.5 because 7.5 is in the middle of 6 and this number. So 6 plus x equals to 7.5 times 2, which is 15. So x is going to be 15 minus 6, and that's 9. So the other number is 9. Then it says on the grid enlarge shape A with scale factor of 3 and center is 0, 1. 0, 1 is over here. So based on that, this distance from the center is 2. So 2 times 3 would be 6. Now we draw a line that is 6 units from the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then this one is 1 unit. So 1 times 3, that's 3. So this will be over here like this. Then this one was 1 again. So again, 3. This is 2. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1. So we have 3. And then this. This is your enlarged shape with scale factor 3 and center 0, 1. So the distance you're measuring will be with respect to the center. From the center of enlargement, your distance was 2. So now the distance would increase to 6. So that's why the shape is overlapping the original shape, because your center of enlargement is located on the shape. So this will be your enlarged shape. Then describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle P onto triangle Q. So for the single transformation, what's happening is that your shape is being rotated 180 degrees about the center 5, 5. Why 5, 5? Because if you notice, if you pick this point is 3 units horizontally and 1 vertically. Same point over here is 3 units horizontally and 1 vertically. So when you're rotating the shape 180 degrees, what happens is that your horizontal and vertical distance of a point on the shape from the center, they don't change. They remain the same. So that's why it's going to be rotation of 180 degrees about the center 5, 5. Then show that 7 whole number 1 over 3 minus 4 whole number 3 over 7 equals to 3 whole number 16 over 21. So we're subtracting two mixed numbers and we have to show that our answer equals to the given thing. So let's first convert the mixed numbers into improper fraction. You multiply the denominator with the whole number and add the result to the numerator. So 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 1 is 22. So denominator is the same. What changes the numerator? Again, 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 4, 25. Next step is to make the denominators equal because we cannot add or subtract fractions with unlike denominators. So we times the first fraction by 7 and the second fraction by 3. So 7 times 22 is 154 over 21 minus 25 times 3, that's 75 over 21. 154 minus 75 is 79 over 21. Divide 79 by 21. That's 21 times 3 is 63. So that's 6, 1. So 3 whole number 16 over 21 is the answer as given the question. Then using ruler and compasses only, construct the perpendicular bisector of the line AB. Show all your construction lines. So for the perpendicular bisector, first thing you will do is you will measure your line AB. Then you will take your compass and open it to more than half of the length of AB. So let's say if AB is 8 centimeters. So you will open your compass to more than 4 centimeters. Anything more than 4 centimeters. Like you can open it to 5 centimeters, 4.5, anything. After that, you put your compass at point A and draw an arc above and below the line in that length. And then you will repeat the same steps for point B with the compass being open to the same length and draw another arc. So once you've drawn these arcs, you will connect the intersection of these arcs with a straight line, and that line will be your perpendicular bisector. It will be passing exactly through the middle of the line AB, and to check that, you can measure the distance of A from that line. It's going to be exactly half of the distance of AB. So that's how you draw your perpendicular bisector. Then the diagram shows two similar quadrilaterals ABCD and EFGH. AB is 5, BC is 4, CD is Y, EF is X, FG is 10, and GH is 24 centimeters. We have to work out the value of X. So if they're similar shapes, that means the ratio of two corresponding lengths is equal to the ratio of two corresponding other lengths on the shape. So we can say 10 over 4 is the same as X over 5. Because basically the other shape is being enlarged using a scale factor. And that scale factor is common for all of the lengths. So to find the scale factor, we can divide the new length by the old length. So new length is 10, so 10 over 4 equals to the same for the other length, X over 5. So 10 times 5 over 4 equals to X. And that gives us 12.5 centimeters for the value of X. Then the next part that probably asks us to find Y, yeah. So to find Y, same thing. 10 over 4 equals to 24 over Y now. So Y equals to 24 times 4 divided by 10, which gives us 9.6 centimeters. So remember the scale factor is the same for all of the lengths. So you put the ratios for the lengths equal to each other and then solve it for the given variable. Then it says Paul, Sam, and Tia shared to 40 pounds and the ratio 3:4:5. Sam and Tia each gave 10 pounds of their share to Paul. Work out the ratios of the amounts of money that Paul, Sam, and Tia now have. Give your answer in its simplest form. So first, let's find their shares. We have the ratio, we have the total money. Paul is going to be 3/12 times 240. For 12, I basically added the numbers in the ratio. So that equals to 12. So 3/12 of 240, that's going to give us 60. Then for Sam, that's going to be 4/12 of 240. That's 80. And for Tia, that's 5/12 of 240. That's going to be 100. Each give 10 pounds of the ratio to Paul. So for Sam, the new share would be 80 minus 10, which is 70. For Tia, it would be 100 minus 10, which is 90. So now for Paul, it's going to be 60 plus both the 10s that they gave. That's going to be 80 pounds. So for the new ratio for Paul is to Sam is to Tia, that's 80 is to 70 is to 90, which simplifies to 8:7:9. That is your final answer. Then it says Tim buys a bracelet for 4,000 Swiss francs. The value of the bracelet increases by 7% each year. Work out the value of the bracelet at the end of 3 years. So 4,000 times 1 plus 7/100 to the power of 3. We're basically using the same formula that we use for compound interest. Principal amount, the initial amount, that's 4,000. Rate at which it's increasing, that's 7%. And time is 3. So 4,000 times 1.07 to the power of 3. And that gives us a value of 4,900.172. They want the answer correct to the nearest franc. That's 4,900. That's your final answer. Then solve the simultaneous equation. So we have 3x plus 5y equals to 8 and 4x plus y equals to negative 3.5. I'm going to make y the subject in the second equation and use substitution method to solve this. If you want to use elimination, that's also fine. There's no restriction on that. So I'm going to substitute this in third equation. This is the first one, this is the second. Substitute third one in the first one. So that's 3x plus 5 times negative 3.5 minus 4x equals to 8. 3x minus 5 times 3.5, that's 17.5 minus 20x equals to 8. 3x minus 20x is negative 17x. Take the 17.5 to the other side. 8 plus 17.5, which is 25.5. So negative 17x equals to 25.5. X is going to be 25.5 divided by negative 17. That equals negative 1.5. So y is going to be negative 3.5 minus 4 times negative 1.5, which equals 2.5. So when x is negative 1.5, y is 2.5. That's your answer. Then solve the inequality 7 minus 3t less than 2t plus 15. So let's collect the like terms on each side. I'm going to bring 2t to the other side, so it becomes negative 3t minus 2t, and then 15 minus 7 over here. That's negative 5t, and over here we have 8. So whenever we have a negative sign with the variable, we're going to divide both sides by negative 5. So when you do that, the inequality flips. It becomes greater than. And 8 divided by negative 5 is negative 1.6. So t is greater than negative 1.6. Remember, whenever you're dividing both sides by a negative number, your inequality will always flip. It will become the opposite thing. It will become the opposite thing. Then the region R shown here in the figure is bounded by three straight lines. Write down the three inequalities that define the region R. So we have a line passing through y equals to 3. And the shaded part is above the line, which means y is greater than equal to 3. Then we have a line passing through x equals to 2. The region shaded is greater than that. So that's x greater than equal to 2. And then for the other one, the y-intercept is 9 and the x-intercept is also 9. So that means if we use y equals to mx plus 9, m is going to be, pick these 2 points, 0 minus 9 over 9 minus 0. That's negative 1. So y equals to negative x plus 9 because m is negative 1. So the shaded part is underneath the line, which means its y is less than equal to negative x plus 9. Now the reason why I'm using equal to sign with these inequalities is because the lines are solid lines. It's a solid straight line. It's always less than equal to or greater than equal to depending on the shaded part. But if it was a dotted line, that would be greater than or just less than. There won't be any equal to over there. So you have to be very careful about that. Then it says ABD and ABC are straight lines, are right angle triangles. AB is 16 centimeters, BC is 12, and AD is 1.5 times AC. Find the length of CD, giving your answer correct to 3 significant figures. So to find CD, we need the entire length, DB. For that, what we can do is, we can use this information that AD is 1.5 times AC. So to find AD, let's find AC first. ABC is a right angle triangle and AC is the hypotenuse, which means we can use Pythagoras to figure out AC. AC square would equal to 12 square plus 16 square. That's going to give us 400. So when we square root 400, that gives us a value of 20 centimeters. Now, if this is 20, AD would be 1.5 times 20. That gives us 30 centimeters. So if we have for the triangle ABC, we have this and this, we can again use Pythagoras to find BD. 30 is the hypotenuse, so 30 squared equals to 16 squared plus BD squared. So that's 900 minus 256 equals to BD squared. So 900 minus 256 is 647. 647. Square root both sides. So BD turns out to be 25.4 centimeters. So CD would be the difference of 25.4 and 12. That gives us 13.4 centimeters, correct to 3 significant figures. That's your answer. Then it says Khalid has a box of counters. 17 of the counters are red, 28 are blue, and the rest of the counters are orange. Khalid is going to take a random counter from the box. The probability that Khalid will take an orange counter is 4/9. Work out the number of orange counters are in the bag. So we have the probability of the orange counter. Okay. So if we find the total using the given information, that's going to be 17 plus 28 plus x. I'm saying orange is x. So that gives us 45 plus x. That is the total number of counters that we have. Probability of getting an orange counter is 4/9. So that's the same as x over 45 plus x, because x is the number of orange counters based on our assumption. So if we cross multiply to get rid of the fraction, it's 4 times 45 plus x equals to 9x. 4 times 45 is 180 plus 4x over here. Then we take the 4x to the other side. So 9x minus 4x, which is 5x. So x is going to be 180 divided by 5, which equals to 36. So that is the number of orange counters in the back. And with that, we're done with the video for paper 2 for foundation, IGCSE Edexcel Maths A for May June 2025 series. If you have any questions or confusions, please leave a comment below and I'll help you out. If you want to access the other papers like the 2024 one, you can check them out in the link above because you'll find all of the past papers over there. And if you're someone who understood this video and have no confusion so far, please like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. And if there are any confusions, please leave a comment below and I'll help you out.